Canadian man who died while in custody in a Thai prison is now accused of being an online kingpin. One who built a fortune as the mastermind of the world's largest illegal online marketplace.
Cazes lived the dream in Thailand. It gave him real-world luxuries, magnificent Thai villas, high-end cars, a life complete with love, and having married a local Thai woman that many expats could only dream of. The local news media called this couple Thailand's richest couple. But behind all the money and wealth hides a dark secret. Who really was this young 26-year-old multimillionaire named Alexandre Cazes? In a quiet Bangkok neighborhood where time seems to move at its own calm pace, suddenly a crash. A car suddenly swerves and crashes loudly. As the dust settles, the homeowner working from his master bedroom. He rises from his computer desk. In a state of panic, he dashes to his front gate. But it's too late. The awaiting authorities were ready. They arrested him, marking the beginning of the end for the mastermind behind the largest online drug market in the world. This was Alexandre Cazes, and his time had come. Tragically, just a week later, he would be found dead in his jail cell. Beyond the walls of his luxurious home, beyond the midst of Bangkok's golden temples and vibrant nightlife, Cazes was a shadow that stems from dark places. In a city where travelers and expats sought paradise, he wasn't any ordinary expat or traveler. No, Cazes controlled the largest online drug empire ever known. AlphaBay, his creation, saw illegal deals worth almost $1 million every single day. Even the highest levels of U.S. law enforcement took note of Cazes' operation.
Today, the Department of Justice announces the takedown of the dark web market AlphaBay. This is the largest dark market web place takedown in world history.
AlphaBay wasn't just massive, it was the biggest cryptocurrency black market of all time, dealing in illegal drugs, counterfeit money, stolen credit card numbers, chemicals, guns, and much more. With over 400,000 users, AlphaBay's reach was immense. To visualize, it's like the entire population of Miami shopping from a single online store. From wealth to tragedy, who really was this young 26-year-old multimillionaire named Alexandre Cazes? How did his life, filled with such riches, end in such a rapid and mysterious way? From the frosty neighborhoods of Ottawa, Canada, to the sunny beaches of Thailand, born in 1991, young Alexandre Cazes wasn't just any tech enthusiast. He was a computer prodigy. He didn't just play with computers, he ventured deep into them. By the time he graduated high school, not only had he showcased superior computer programming talents, but he also possessed an IQ of 142. But what happens when such genius takes a dark path? By 14, he had already ventured into hacking, driven by his passion for computer games. Joël Lacerte, a friend who knew Cazes intimately, recalled, "He was always an extremely brilliant guy. I don't know, the fact that he was a guy who really liked money, that made me feel like he was going to do a scam at some point." Yet, his father, Martin Cazes, saw him differently, saying, "An extraordinary young man, with no history, no judicial record. He never smoked a cigarette, never used drugs." So, how did this young man, with such a contrast in descriptions, end up making a fortune? Come 2015, and a newfound love for Thailand led Cazes to the Southeast Asian destination. Here, among the bustling streets and serene beaches, he not only built a life, but also found love. And as they lived a life many could only dream of, one can't help but wonder, did anyone truly know the source of their wealth? Fully immersing himself in Thailand, he even became fluent in Thai, speaking it like a local sixth grader, said one of the Thai investigators. Cazes wasn't just living an expat's dream in Thailand. Beneath the luxurious surface, a beautiful wife is a web of secrets, one that the world will soon discover. Beyond the digital world of the dark web and his love for Thailand, Cazes was a frequent visitor to a controversial online pickup website. He was an active member of a forum run by the polarizing figure Roosh V. Known for its pickup artist advice and often criticized for misogynistic viewpoints, this forum was a space where men shared their conquests and debated tactics for seducing women. And Cazes? He wasn't hiding here. He talked and he bragged. But it wasn't just about materialistic boasts. Cazes also shared intimate details of his personal life. He spoke openly about his adventures outside of his extramarital affairs, imposing weight limits on his wife, and even his satisfaction over securing what he describes as a solid prenup. Such detail about his personal life paints a complex portrait, a man proud of his privileges and success, yet not without moral blind spots. But then again, no one is perfect. His method of payment for the forum membership, however, pointed directly to his real identity. Payments made through PayPal, linked to various bank accounts, including one in Canada, included his name, a testament to his recklessness or, perhaps, overconfidence. His careless use of personal information for payment methods would prove to be the main cause of his downfall later. In this forum, Cazes' posts reveal him as a genius, a millionaire, and a husband, but also as a man whose ethics many might find questionable. Despite his seemingly quiet life and the wealth everyone could see, Cazes' world wasn't just about luxury villas and fluent Thai conversations. The happy, rich expat from Canada that the locals saw had another side to him, a side steeped in the hidden corners of the internet. The internet is like an iceberg. What most of us see and use is just the tip. Beneath is the dark web, a hidden part of the web. And from this hidden place in 2014, AlphaBay was born. Think of a massive online shopping mall like eBay or Amazon, but all the stuff sold there is illegal. That was AlphaBay, created by a tech genius from Canada named Alexandre Cazes. He aimed for it to be the biggest secret online marketplace for all things illegal. You can't find AlphaBay with traditional search engines like Google or Bing. Yet, in the hidden corners of the internet, AlphaBay grew big and fast. They sold everything illegal, from drugs and guns to stolen information. Just to give you an idea, at one point, AlphaBay had 10 times more illegal stuff for sale than other hidden websites. But it wasn't only about the number of illegal items, it was about how many people were buying and selling. With more than 40,000 sellers and over 200,000 buyers, the money involved was huge. From 2015 to 2017, the site made the equivalent of over $1 billion in cryptocurrency. What's more, AlphaBay's operator charged a 2 to 4% commission fee on all transactions, reaching about $32,000 per day. This massive growth didn't go unnoticed. Now, you might wonder, since it's hidden and so secret, how did people find this website? Through Tor, a specialized browser developed in the mid-1990s by the US Navy. Unlike mainstream browsers like Internet Explorer, Chrome, or Firefox, which can't get into the dark web, Tor became that gateway to these secret websites. While Tor was a tool originally intended for privacy, it also became popular among those with bad intentions. Payment on AlphaBay was equally discreet. Bitcoin, along with other cryptocurrencies, was the currency of choice, adding another layer of anonymity. Such currencies, by design, are challenging to trace, making transactions on the platform even more elusive to authorities. AlphaBay's rise wasn't just about its vast offerings, technical ability, and discreetness. It was a symbol of the darker side of human desire and the lengths they'd go to satisfy it. Every empire, no matter how big or powerful, has its downfall. AlphaBay was no exception. Stay tuned because its ending was dramatic. But to understand its demise, we need to step into the sun-soaked streets of Thailand. What happened there? Stay tuned. Imagine a tropical paradise, the kind of place where dreams are realized. For Alexandre Cazes, Thailand wasn't just an escape, it was a dream. Around 2015, at 25 years old, having founded AlphaBay just a year prior, he made Thailand his home, where he built a life, marrying a local named Thepsuwan. However, every castle has its hidden passages, and Cazes' life was no different. Money flowed like water for Cazes. He managed his enormous wealth not only through traditional banks, but also on cutting-edge platforms like Bitcoin. Among the 13 Thai bank accounts associated with him, 9 were solely in his name, while the other 4 were those of his wife. Together, these accounts held around 46 million baht, or roughly 1.3 million US dollars. Their real estate portfolio was equally impressive. They owned luxurious residences where even the most modest homes carry a starting price tag of 78 million baht, or about 2 million US dollars. Additionally, they held 6 beachfront resorts across Thailand, Cyprus, St. Philip South, Antigua, and Barbuda. Yet the source of their massive wealth remained shrouded in mystery. On the roads of Thailand, Cazes wasn't just a man, he was a spectacle. He cruised in a $900,000 for a 2013 Lamborghini Aventador with a vanity license plate that read Tour. Speed in a $292,957 Porsche Panamera, even for short trips to 7-Eleven on a $21,000 BMW motorcycle. Meanwhile, Thepsuwan preferred her more modest Mini Cooper, which cost a mere $81,000. The twist? Each of these vehicles was bought in cash. Their combined digital wallets contained over 1,600 bitcoins, translated to tangible currency. In 2017, it was around 9 million US dollars. And at this time, cryptocurrencies were in turbulent waters and experiencing a dip in value. For many people and expats, Cazes and Thepsuwan were just a happy, very wealthy interracial young couple living a dream. But what if this dream was built on a secret so vast that it threatened to overshadow everything? Altogether, assets, properties, luxury vehicles, cash, and cryptocurrencies in 2017 worth nearly $21 million capture the magnitude of Cazes' dark digital empire. As the locals went about their daily lives, global law enforcement had their sights trained on Cazes. He had built a digital empire that was vast and unmatched, yet even empires crumble. What misstep led to his undoing? And where, oh where, did that massive fortune vanish? It turns out that the smallest oversight can become the biggest mistake. For Alexandre Cazes, was this oversight his downfall? In 2017, through the collaboration of international authorities, the walls of his digital fortress began to crack. His personal email, a simple Hotmail address linked to AlphaBay, was all the clue the authorities needed. Who would have thought that the digital empire's Achilles heel would be an automated reply? His email, pimpalex91@hotmail.com, was the face of AlphaBay, and it wasn't hidden either. It was right there, linked to his LinkedIn and a business in Canada. Worse still, his PayPal payments tied back to him in the most personal of ways, his real name. In the vast space of the internet and the dark web, Cazes operated as Alpha 02. He felt invincible and secure behind his screens and codes. But in the digital age, can anyone truly hide forever? As it turned out for Cazes, it was an error as mundane as an email that would become his undoing. As agencies from 9 countries pieced together the breadcrumbs of Bitcoin trails, Cazes must have felt the noose tightening. But was he aware? Did he sense the storm brewing? In the heart of Bangkok, with the sun piercing the city's haze, Alexandre Cazes' day started ordinarily. However, Outside his luxurious residence, dark clouds of law enforcement were gathering around him. Undercover agents from the Thai Royal Police and FBI were prepared. Each move was discreet and calculated. A sudden crash disrupted the morning calm as two undercover Thai Royal Police officers intentionally rammed the front gate of Cazes' villa. A gate crashes, a diversion, a trap to lure him out. Cazes was moments away from a reality he had never envisioned. The predator of the digital empire was now the prey. The tables had turned. Alarmed, shirtless, and confused, Cazes hurried outside, finally locking eyes with the very forces he had eluded for years. Before he could fully grasp what was happening, law enforcement swooped in, arresting him in the hope that he would rush out, leaving his computer unlocked. That unlocked computer was not just any computer. It would be their golden ticket, their smoking gun, into AlphaBay's secrets. As the police handcuffed Cazes and led him away, his pregnant wife, Thapsuwan, could only look on, countless emotions playing across her face. The life they had known, filled with luxury and mystery, was crumbling around them. The arrest by Thai authorities on behalf of the United States government was a resounding success, celebrated by international law enforcement agencies. But little did they know that this victory would soon be overshadowed by events to come in the Bangkok jail cell where Cazes was held. What awaited in the depths of a Bangkok jail cell? And what secrets would it hold? While Cazes was in Thai custody in a jail cell in Bangkok, in a sudden twist of fate, just as the U.S. authorities were building momentum to extradite Alexandre Cazes from Thailand, an unexpected turn of events unfolded. A mere week after his high-profile arrest at his luxury home on July 12, 2017, Cazes' life reached a tragic end. In the stark confines of a Bangkok prison cell, guards discovered his lifeless body. But how did this tech prodigy, the mastermind behind the digital underground's most notorious marketplace, find himself in such dire straits? The transition from a life of supreme luxury to the cold, stark reality of life in jail was quick and jarring. While locked away, the weight of his actions and the impending extradition to face U.S. authorities might have weighed heavily on his mind. Those close to the investigation mentioned that he appeared somber, was often lost in thought, and barely spoke to anyone. The stark contrast between his luxurious life and this somber conclusion in an isolated cell captures the contrast of Cazes' existence. Here was a man of incredible intellect whose digital skills led him down a sinister path. At the time of his untimely death, Thai authorities disclosed that he faced an overwhelming 16 charges, ranging from drug trafficking and identity theft to money laundering. While the official story points to him taking his own life, Cazes' abrupt end left a lasting trail of questions. Did the weight of his crimes and potential extradition push him to this desperate act? Or could there be more to the story than meets the eye? Following Alexandre Cazes' unexpected end, many were left wondering the fate of his vast wealth. According to a 2018 CoinDesk article, a well-regarded platform in the cryptocurrency and blockchain industries, stated that the U.S. Department of Justice secured the right to confiscate the properties and assets tied to the late Alexandre Cazes. Typically, when the U.S. government seizes assets in such cases, they are later auctioned or otherwise disposed of. The revenue from these transactions is commonly used for law enforcement activities. Cryptocurrencies, in particular, may be liquidated, transforming them from digital assets into government accounts. But as for Cazes' assets, what happened to that Lamborghini, those cryptocurrencies worth millions of dollars, and other seized valuables? Fast forward to April 27, 2023. Thai authorities granted approval for the seizure of assets, once in Cazes' name. This decision came after a U.S. plea in May 2019 to secure these assets, a list that included 911 bitcoins. Initially in the hands of Thai officials, these bitcoins were later transferred to U.S. custody. It remains uncertain what became of the initial 1,600 bitcoins reported as seized in 2017 by Bangkok Post. Were the bitcoins spent? Were there mistakes in the original reporting? Were the 911 bitcoins only in Cazes' name? And was the first report of 1,600 bitcoins came from both Cazes and his wife? We're not sure. Other confiscated treasures include a Lamborghini, a 10 million baht Porsche, 3 properties valued together at 308 million baht, and bank accounts totaling 46 million baht. These assets await the auctioneer's hammer, but the distribution of their sales remains a disputed issue between Thailand and the U.S. government. While the international tug-of-war over Cazes' vast assets was underway, individuals close to him, like his wife Thapsuan, faced their own set of challenges. As for Thapsuan, she was arrested alongside her husband, but she was quickly released. Later, she faced money laundering charges linked to Cazes' activities. After serving 4 years behind bars, a royal pardon was issued for her freedom. As the U.S. government and other global agencies continue their crackdown on dark web operations, one thing is certain: the connection of technology, crime, money, and luxury is a tale as old as time, but with a modern twist. The story of AlphaBay's founder, Alexandre Cazes, perfectly captures this connection. With AlphaBay shut down and its operations exposed, all eyes turn to the person responsible. Was Alexandre Cazes a mere pawn in a larger game? Could there have been foul play, perhaps driven by his immense wealth? Or was the weight of the charges against him, including the potential for a death penalty in Thailand, just too much to bear? The weight of these charges is undeniable. Cazes faced potential lifelong imprisonment, or even the death penalty in Thailand. Still, voices close to Cazes, including his father Martin Cazes, stepmother Kathy Gauthier, and friend Joël Lacerte, bring a different narrative. They describe him not as a criminal mastermind, but as a bright, compassionate young man. They claim that his wealth came from genuine businesses and investments in cryptocurrency, not from illegal activities. The legitimacy of the charges that label him as the mastermind behind AlphaBay has been called into question by these individuals. Had Cazes been extradited to the U.S., he might have faced a fate similar to Ross Ulbricht's, the creator of Silk Road, who in 2013 received 2 life sentences plus 40 years without parole and a $183 million fine. Imagine Cazes' mindset, a mere week into his arrest, and his luxurious lifestyle and freedom were suddenly taken away. With Ulbricht's harsh sentencing casting a shadow, Cazes would have been extremely aware of his fate. Official statements from both the Thai police and the U.S. Department of Justice stated that Cazes took his own life in his cell, ruling out any foul play. Yet rumors of doubt remain. Some close to Cazes speculate that there might be more to the story. While the mystery around Cazes' end may never be fully solved, what is clear is the significant impact of AlphaBay on the digital underworld and the real world. And as for Cazes himself, opinions differ. Some label him the mastermind of the operation, while those close to him remember a different, kinder side. Also, think of the consequences that came from AlphaBay.
Earlier this year, 122 vendors advertised fentanyl, and 238 advertised heroin. And we know of several Americans who were killed by drugs on AlphaBay. One victim was just 18 years old when in February she overdosed on a powerful synthetic opioid which she had bought on AlphaBay. The drug was shipped right to her house through the mail. A little more than a week after her death, a victim in Orange County, Florida, died of an overdose from a drug bought on AlphaBay. And then there was Grant Seaver. He was only 13 years of age and a student at Treasure Mountain Junior High School, Utah, in Park City, Utah. When he passed away, after overdosing on a synthetic opioid that had been purchased by a classmate on AlphaBay.
Many faced life-threatening or even fatal outcomes using substances bought on this platform, all while Cazes reaped profits and lived in luxury in Thailand. But where do you stand on this? Did Cazes truly take his own life? Was his vast empire a symbol of brilliance, or was it a grim reminder of the dangers lurking in the digital realm's shadows? What are your thoughts? Share below. If you watch all the way here, give this video a like because it took a very long time to make it, share it, and subscribe. For a closer look at Ross Ulbricht and Silk Road, a marketplace echoing AlphaBay's dark dealings, click on the video on your screen.